What's up, guys? We're trying our first multi-topic video today, so let's get into the news. So ISHOWSPEED and ADIN Ross are at odds with each other right now. ADIN Ross basically came out and implied that ISHOWSPEED's management is preventing them from talking to each other on stream.
Yeah, he was like, the big white businessmen are not allowing us to speak.
Yeah,
so.
which is crazy, but also Speed denied that, so take a listen.
There's one motherfucker specifically that I fucking love without to death, and I'll fucking die for that person, bro. And that motherfucker got told by a manager or corporation, some corporate pussy fucking white businessmen, fucking don't associate with ADIN anymore. He's off the walls. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I love everyone. I don't care anymore. The higher ups have a meeting with Speed to cut ADIN Ross off.
Lionel Messi super chatted.
So then somebody super chatted ISHOWSPEED's stream to ask him about it, but Speed kind of just, I mean, this is what he said.
$1.99.
Totally
Call
proud.
Aiden, he misses you, stop being AL friend.
Bro, I text that guy, he didn't text me back, bro. Don't listen to that. He's bullshitting, bro.
Ted super chatted $5.
I can show you. I text that guy, he didn't text me back.
Speed PLS I'm
So Speed just completely denied that.
Yeah.
But then on top of that, he blocked like one of his biggest fan pages for just sharing that clip.
Yeah, and everyone's like clowning him now, saying he doesn't have a job because he got blocked. But it's so weird to me because he also doesn't refer to ADIN as ADIN. Like, he doesn't say his name. He's always called ADIN and all his friends like by their name. He'll say it specifically. Like, he'll be obnoxious about it sometimes too. He's like, I text that guy. That guy didn't text me back.
Yeah,
He's
that
not,
guy, really?
Yeah,
What's
not,
with the language there?
Yeah, he's not even addressing him by name, which is kind of weird. I wonder if it's actually true because...
This is probably true, just knowing what I know. It's not that unlikely that Speed has, you know, pretty tight management given his massive rise on the platform. But then also on top of that, when Speed's going on, platforming like Nick Fuentes, talking about all these like racial issues and stuff like that, and getting into some pretty deep conspiratorial topics, obviously it would make sense to me that if Speed has like these really tight-knit managers behind the scenes, they're not going to want him platforming that guy, especially when he's on the news every day for playing porn on his stream or going off or saying kill/them.
Yeah.
You know, all these negative ass clips. Obviously, if Speed is under this sort of management, you know, that would make sense to me. But he's also not going to say that on stream. No. But it's also weird for him to just randomly take a shot at ADIN instead.
Yeah, like there's no way he can really react to it. Like, he can either just sit there and ignore it, which
looks horrible.
It looks horrible. He can take a shot at him. He can say the truth, which probably looks bad for him too. So he's probably just like,
there's no winning for him in this case.
That's unfortunate.
So we have a Froggy Fresh Creator Clash update. This woman came out, who is somebody from the Creator Clash card, and well, she said this about Froggy Fresh.
But that document is not litigation, and it's not them trying to sue him. Essentially, Tyler, Froggy Fresh, was given $15,000 for training purposes. And for the record, I was not given that money. I don't know if anyone else was. I think it was effectively like a financial aid for him specifically because I guess he requested it. I'm not entirely sure how that went down because he needed the help paying for training. I don't know how much money he spent. I don't think that I've spent $15,000 paying for my training or my meals. It certainly costs thousands of dollars, but I don't think I would have spent anywhere near $15,000. And what they did was send him a letter saying, hey, can we have the $15,000 back? The reason they did that was because now that he's no longer fighting because of breach of contract, he had to be replaced. That money that was given to him is just taken out of charity at this point. So essentially, they're not going to ask him for money he doesn't have. If he doesn't have the money, he doesn't have the money. And if he can't return it, the other clause was you can just keep it if you just stop talking about it, which I guess he's kind of said no to both options.
Stop talking about it.
Dude, speaking of stop talking, when is every person that tries to represent Creator Clash going to shut the fuck up and learn that that's every time they open their mouth and speak and at all try to defend any of the situation or provide this bullshit ass narrative that he's taking $15K out of fucking charity when he was thrown out?
Yeah, they also are acting like he just got lazy and didn't show up or something. This man was training. He went to a week-long camp with Sam Hyde. He was grinding his ass off. He made one silly fucking joke. Who fucking cares? And they kicked him off of the contract. Allegedly, according to him, with no contact, no like making sure, like no warnings, no nothing. They just kicked his ass off instantly. And now the 15K is coming out of charity. Really? That's money that they are determining to give to their fighters. It's not coming from the charity pool. It's coming from the funds for the fighters. That doesn't even make any sense. But now they're trying to say it comes from the pool that they're donating to charity. No, you're fucking lying. This is a total lie. It's bullshit. So this is a shameful fucking video. This person should be ashamed of themselves, and so should Idubbbz and Anisa for being gay. This is just ridiculous.
Not them trying to sue him. I think like that was an offer, but I don't think that's their way of being like, if you don't do these things, we're going to sue you. And at no point did they ever say that. But the $15,000 thing, again, is not them suing him for $15,000. That's them asking him if they can have the money that they loaned him back for the fight, because that money is being taken out of the charity. Why would they need that back? Directly, because that's how
they gave him the money to train,
right? They have to give money to the other fighter for training purposes, and if that's just $15,000 that they no longer have access to for somebody who's no longer participating.
This is a financial investment decision that they made when they kicked him off of the contract. They had to be aware of the financial decision. They're now saying, well, we have to give the $15K to the other new trainer. Really? You didn't think about that financially when you decided to remove this guy for breach of contract, that you would have to then invest new money into a new fighter? Instead, you thought you could just take it and you want to get off of him and give it to the new person? That's how this works, especially 3 weeks away from the fight. This wasn't like 6 months, 8 months, 10 months out. You kicked him off right before it's about to start. How are you going to spend $15K in 3 weeks? How's this new fighter going to even spend that money?
Bruh.
They're going to pocket this. That's what this tells me. They're pocketing this $15K. That's what they want.
In the fight, that is $15,000 wasted that otherwise would be going to one of these charities. So the dude is not being sued. Nobody is threatening to sue him. It's ultimately just being like, okay, if you have any of that money, can we put it towards the charity? If you have any left, rather than you just getting to keep it now that this has gone down. Chris said, hey, Alanah, do you think you're going to win?
Amazing. What a great clip. Now, Nick put out and said, it's crazy how Critical Clash fighters who don't represent the event continue to come out and drop exact numbers to defend Anisa/Ian dropping Froggy Fresh. Now they're trying to make it sound like Froggy is stealing from charity. Froggy got dropped because he made a joke about an insecure person's OnlyFans. Stop acting like he committed some heinous act, LMFAO. Are they giving the replacement fighter $15K to fight on 3 weeks' notice?
Exactly.
If so, it should come out of Anisa's pocket.
Yes.
This is Alanah Pearce, Charalanahzard. I don't know what their name is. It's just fucking hilarious watching these total losers make an OnlyFans joke sound like he assaulted someone on the street. All of these people are completely disgusting, and you should cancel your ticket to the event.
I agree. Cancel your Creator Clash ticket. If you're going to Creator Clash, you're part of the problem. Delete your ticket. Shame them on Twitter. Let everyone know. I'll like your tweet. Every time you cancel a fucking Creator Clash ticket, I will retweet it and like it. I just show me it. I will promote you.
Yo.
Horrible.
I'm almost horrified to hit play.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk about this too much. There are a lot of people already talking about this a lot. And obviously while I am currently contracted to Creator Clash to perform a service for them, I do not represent Creator Clash. I'm not a PR spokesperson. That's not how it works. I used to be such a big fan of Tyler. It's not to say that I'm not a fan of him now or anything, but I think the whole situation's a real bummer. For anyone who doesn't know, basically one of the fighters got dropped. And it was because of breach of contract. And the breach of contract, I don't have even full understanding of everything that happened here.
Oh,
but
really?
He basically, he broke contract in a way that if I had done it at my job working for PlayStation, I would have been fired. So
at my job working for PlayStation, really? You're gonna compare your actual job to this joke ass event?
I mean, if someone said something like that at PlayStation, usually they write you up. Or they'll give you a warning.
They handle it just a little bit more professionally.
Yeah, they don't kick you out and fire you instantly. So for something that joke was so innocent too. It wasn't something horrifying. It wasn't something super sexually degenerate and disgusting.
No.
Like he didn't go up to Anisa and be like, "I'm going to come inside you and fucking Idubbbz is gonna watch." Like that's not what
Didn't
fucking
say
happened.
anything that bad.
Yeah, it was not even anything at all.
Now, Froggy, of course, himself responded and said, Critter Clash is filled with the most disingenuous, cowardly hair splitters I've ever encountered. Literally, no one understands completely what has happened or what is happening, and the king and queen let others ride out their battles and defend their throne. Yeah. Which is just so true. And it's so funny, too, because all these creators that come out, what do they always say? The commentary community doesn't know what they're talking about. Oh, really? Because according to Froggy Fresh, we're the only people that know what's going on.
Well, also, what do you mean we don't know what we're talking about? There's so much that they, like in this last clip, she was like, they really never dug into it. They don't know what's happening. We dug into what? What is there to
What
dig
did we
into?
miss?
Yeah, because you guys haven't fucking said anything publicly at all. The only thing we have is Froggy Fresh's testimony, retard Harley going and chimping in Twitter spaces for a week, and now this dumb bitch on a fucking Twitter video. Yeah. What do you mean dig into it? You've said nothing publicly. We only have Froggy Fresh's testimony, and he's given out everything that he's done. He said everything that's happened. So we're going off of him. And you losers also tweet about how you're drinking and coping and crying and spurging like fucking Anisa. So what do you mean we didn't dig into anything? We've dug into everything that's public perfectly. I don't know. That's just such a retarded thing to say. It's like, you guys don't know what's happening. Yeah, we do. We've seen it all publicly. How about you say something if we know what's happening? How about you go public with some counterpoint or some counter argument? You won't.
You won't. However, you also probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because it's not like any of these people have a fantastic track record. Again, we're charitable, okay?
Yeah.
We are charitable, but we're also real, and we will acknowledge that these people's arguments are fucking stupid, okay? I'm looking for something. I really am. I'm looking for any sort of explanation, any sort of, statement that makes sense.
Yeah.
None of them make any sense.
No, none of them make any sense. And like, I mean, look, I'm ranting. I'm being a little bit of a chimp. But if they did come out and give some sort of genuine reason that like answers all of our questions, and then somehow Froggy's like a total loser, I mean, obviously we'll be objective. But we haven't seen any of that. None of that has come out. Froggy's looked totally fair in the situation. He's looked totally innocent besides one silly joke. So it's not, I don't see anything. There's no answers.
It's always so funny whenever I get accused of bias, because it's like, I don't care about any of these people involved.
No.
And also, I'm not even politically affiliated with anything. I have no possible motive that other than my own like motive of like what could make me the most money. That's the only like possible thing that I could have influencing my decision here. But people accuse me of bias all the time. It's just like, why? If it came out that Froggy Fresh was like insane
and lying about everything,
we would be more financially incentivized to cover that, because that'd be an insane plot twist to the story.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting as hell.
Right.
But no,
I haven't seen anything like that. No one's come out with anything other than just these people who are on the cards speaking for fucking Creator Clash. Like,
yeah,
it's
no,
just
trust me. If Idubbbz was the great hero this whole time, we would cover that, because that would be so crazy. Now, everyone was so afraid of a possible team up between Leafy's here and Andrew Tate, and we covered that, and we thought that that was retarded because they're such different people. Leafy's this like drugged out black pill degenerate. And Andrew Tate is like, his whole thing is like self-improvement and Islam.
Yeah, he's like Islam, spirituality, self-improvement, no porn. Like
these topics, Leafy doesn't give a fuck about any single one of them.
No, but I think people are just so retarded that they think like edgy guy on the internet, all of them are the same. Like, they all agree.
They're all
like, suck
just
each other
the
off.
same. Leafy's been spamming Andrew Tate just with the most retarded questions. Who is they?
Allah blew up 9/11.
Allah blew up 9/11. Did you gank the other prisoners? Been banned. What is Shaitan?
Yeah, like he's just been being
I'm gonna do drugs and you can't stop me. Did you gank anyone in the shower? So he just replied to Andrew Tate like a total retard. And then Tate saw that and blocked his ass.
It's like, fuck you,
He was
Leafy.
like, fuck you, Leafy. You suck.
See, this is like something that's so funny to me, because this obviously breaks everyone who hates both these people's brains. They're like, oh my
how
God.
could Leafy be against Tate? Aren't they the same?
Well, also, like, how do you think they feel? Like, who do they support here? Because obviously, like, Leafy's like owning Tate and pissing him off, but it's Leafy. So like, shit, I can't
now
say
they
that.
have to like support Leafy
Or Tate.
they have to support Tate and understand him.
And they're just like, I can't process
I can't
it.
decide. They all freak out.
Yeah,
you know what I
for
mean?
sure.
It's just so funny because it's like people on the internet have no idea what they're talking about. This is just a prime example of that. The amount of people that were genuinely like so afraid, they're like, what if Leafy shows up at Andrew Tate's emergency meeting? It's like, what the fuck?
This dude doesn't even show up to like Skype calls.
This guy is so cracked out of his brain. Like, the fact you would even expect him to show up to like what, Dubai?
Yeah, he's not gonna
Romania. He's just gonna pull up and be like, "I'm here, motherfuckers."
I think Tate could call him and he wouldn't even answer the phone.
No, he wouldn't.
He would just be like, oh, fucking jerking off in his room. Like a retard.
He's like,
This guy, he's not. Yeah,
he's just dead with his cock in his hand.
No, there's nothing that's gonna happen here.
Yeah.